Break.
Welcome back to another episode of the Viking Huddle. I am your host today, Rowan Iwaniuk. Trenton's not here, sadly. Not sure what he's up to, but he's not here. Oh, he had to take a test. Big test guy. So, today I have a couple special guests. I have my brother, Jake, and I have Keegan. He just kind of came along for the ride. But a couple things we got to talk about first before we jump into that. First of all, today we had like a rally sort of deal thing, parade for all of the spring walking pep rally. There you go. Thank you, Keegan, for all the spring athletes. So that was kind of cool. What else? We have some things for tennis that are important that Trenton handed me before I came down here. So the second best doubles team is Emma Williams and Addison Vindalson. The third best doubles team is Brooklyn Heminger and Scarlett Tolman. And the best singles player is Cheyenne Small. So good job, guys, on that. Keep working. Keep putting in the miles, as Jake would like to say. Yeah, and I think we have good spring sports. Baseball is doing great. Golf is doing good. Track is doing good. So also would like to thank our sponsors, Horizon Realty Group and Mr. Kyle Zelmer, who is on the school board, and also Ibid Electric Company for their sponsorship and everything they do on the sports fields, putting all the electrical in for the new baseball and softball stadiums, and making this podcast possible, because without you guys, we wouldn't got these new microphone stands that are amazing to work with. And so, yeah. So we'll get right into it. We'll just hop right in. So we'll start with Jake. Jake, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
He's doing pretty good. That's always a good start.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you do today?
Woke up. We got a new cat, so played with our new cat.
What's the cat's name?
Cat. We haven't.
He's just a cat?
I just call her Cat.
I got one of those too.
You have a cat?
Yeah, orange cat named Cat.
Orange cat?
Oh, it's an
orange cat.
Yeah.
Orange cat named Cat. Maybe we got the same cat.
We might.
There's a lot of cat talk in here already.
Yeah. We haven't came up with a name, so we just call it Cat.
Yep.
Yeah. Got Macaroni,
Stormy,
and Cat.
And Cat.
Yep.
Keegan, what'd you do today?
Woke up, hopped in the shower. Thought, hey, let's not skip school today.
Attaboy. You kind of just got thrown in here. You go, can I come? And I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, I ain't got nothing to do in corns.
he's got nothing to do in corns. No. Not a thing. Well, we'll get right into it. Jake, my own brother. I don't even know where to start. Well, what? We have different moms, but the same dad.
Same dad.
So we're technically half brothers. But yeah. So what do you been up to? What have you been crack-a-lacking?
I just got certified as a firefighter in the state of Michigan.
Attaboy. Give it up for the kid.
I been doing really well hockey-wise. Just made varsity A.
There you go.
So that's a big step for the
big
kid.
Step.
Been doing really well on the golf course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, shot 48 at Plym Park. So
not
it was
bad.
a good
How many
outing.
mulligans?
We don't got to talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
48's a 48.
But it was a good outing for the
like
kid.
you always say, they don't ask how, they ask how many.
That's right.
Exactly. So we'll get right into hockey. I mean, that's for me that's been a passion of mine ever since I was little. As you know, Dad put me on skates when I was 2. How'd you get into it? I think kind of the same way.
So
but you got into it a little later.
So, I mean, like, I started like you. I mean, Dad put me on skates when I was 2. Played for a couple of years. Then I kind of drifted away from it and ventured into other sports. I was big into soccer. I was big into baseball. And then you started playing high school hockey, and I was like, I want to get back into it. So 8th grade year, played, I think it was a weekend of spring league hockey in Detroit, and then I was out trying out for the team. Somehow made the team.
Couldn't stop, but he made it.
Still don't know what Joe was thinking, but I think Joe made the right choice
made the right
taking
choice.
me. Big improvements throughout the years. I mean, anybody who's seen me from freshman year to now is like, whoa, what happened to him? So,
Because I remember Joe, the first practice we had, he comes over to me and he goes, dude, I put your brother on the team, but you got to help him.
yeah.
And so I remember every practice, I'd take you over to the corner, and I mean, you couldn't stop for nothing. You couldn't skate backwards. You couldn't shoot the puck. You couldn't. And I mean, it was kind of a one-on-one, you and I, and we figured it out. And no, you come a long way, not as only as a hockey player, but as a leader. And your presence in the locker room, you're funny.
Oh, yeah.
You get the big
hype
funny guy.
Yeah.
So,
Got to get the boys going.
and I think us growing up playing in the driveway,
Yeah,
that's
also like
Driveway is always a big help.
always.
Yeah. That also piqued my interest. Like, we'd always talk about like, what if we just got on the ice,
Right.
like, and played together one more time?
Yeah. And I think it's sad that we can't play one more year together.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always beer league.
There's always beer league.
There is beer
Jake
league.
and I are going D1 beer league.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Committed.
So 4 more years, you're going to have to be playing beer league with us.
Committed to someone's auto parts hockey team.
Yeah. I got center. You play defense, though, don't you?
I play a little everything,
You're a winger.
I'm coach's
I'm a big
multi-threat.
winger. Well, I mean, I dabble in defense.
Yeah. Jake and Rowan, the 2D pair, not the best
my
idea.
gosh.
We were playing Columbus, the Icemen or whatever.
Yeah, we beat them.
They're bad.
They're not
And
too
we
good.
were up by like 8-0, and coach puts us out there on a D pair, and I pinched, and I look back, and Jake's down at the top of the circles. The guy, it's a 2-on-0 the other way, and I look back at Jake, and I go, dude, I pinched. You got to go back. And he goes, well, I was pinching too. I said there was no one on your side.
I got back to the bench and I was like, Rowan, back check.
Back check. I said, dude, I'm in the goal. So, what's your favorite hockey memory?
Oh, I gotta say, probably scoring my first goal in Ohio.
That was tough. You stole my celly for that one.
Well, you did.
Yeah, I took it from you though, so
Yeah.
it's all right.
The next year, first game of the season, this guy scores and steals my celly. Been working on it all summer.
He's sitting in the driveway.
But no, that goal, that was really a confidence boost
I mean,
for me.
I feel like watching you turned on after that goal. And it just, after that, you worked over the summer, and then you came back that second year, and you blew up. And I mean, we had a good team again that year.
Oh, yeah.
So you were kind of back in the pack, but I mean, you got up, and we got to play together a couple times.
Yeah.
And that was a fun year. That sophomore and our junior year was fun year.
But there was a no better feeling in the world than scoring that goal, jumping into the boards and looking back and just seeing your teammates just on their feet like, let's go.
That was I'll never forget that moment.
Going through the line on the bench, like it was the greatest feeling in the world.
Yeah, I mean that was so, because I remember my first goal was against Momentum, and we were up 6-2, wide open net. I don't know what the goalie was doing. I think the goalie was still thinking we were.
It's
we were on
momentum.
the,
You got to give him a little credit.
I think the goalie thought we were still on the face-off because he was out doing his circles or something. I don't know, but he was way out of position.
Taking a drink of water.
Yeah, I buried it. I never cellied so hard for such an easy
Yeah,
goal.
like mine was the easiest tap in. Like Connor, like no look pass, and I was just standing right.
And weren't
there,
you gonna
it
get?
was-
You were gonna change on that shift too.
Oh, I was. I was looking at the bench because I was dogged, and I was like, one more. Like,
Joe, hold on.
if I don't score here, like Joe's gonna get mad. I'm gonna get benched. But it turned out the way we wanted it to.
It put us into the championship.
It was the game tying goal to
Yeah.
put us into the championship. So
Yep. Those big goals, man. Mm-hmm. So what do you see coming next for hockey. How do you think this? Because last year we had a rough season, rough season.
Yeah.
New coach, really young team. We were playing up at the varsity level. I mean, we shouldn't have been. It's just we kind of got put in a bad spot. But what do you think? What are you looking forward to this last year?
I mean, just going out there and showing everybody what I've worked 3 years to do at the varsity A level.
Playing puck.
Just playing puck. You know, obviously at the higher level, I'm going to be developing more as a player.
Right.
You know, all the practices, just playing with guys that have been playing their whole life. And then there's me who's been at it maybe a total of 6 years.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I think it'll be a challenge, and I'm ready to face the challenge. So.
Yeah. I you know, it upsets me that I didn't get to play up at that higher level. But, I mean, it was the conditions or the situation was, I mean, we had Carson Keegley, Rusty, Camden. I mean, all those great players who are fast. They know the game.
Yeah.
And I couldn't stick up with them.
Yeah.
That's just,
I mean, you had, like, 2 players like Benny and Cisco who are out playing NA3.
Yeah, they're in juniors.
Yeah. I mean, Chris is playing
D3 hockey for Davenport.
ACHA, yeah.
Even Matt Bakeman, he's playing for the Navy. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, it was a good group of guys, and, you know, it's my responsibility now to step up and, you know, replace the guys that went and graduated, so...
I need a letter on your chest this year.
I
need to see a letter. I've had a letter for 3 years. I need you to get one.
Big captain guy.
Big captain guy. So we'll get into firefighting. Or do you have any other hockey memories you want to share?
The fight at Lawson was...
Fight at Lawson.
Probably forever be one of my favorite fights.
I wish Lawson had live barn.
Oh, yeah.
So bad.
So...
Go take us through it.
So
what? Because I haven't really
gotta hear this story.
I haven't heard your story. Because I know my story.
Me and this kid had been going at it all game. Like, it started, they scored their first goal, and it was like, we were like 9 minutes left in the first, and he's saying, scoreboard. I'm like, dude, it's 1-0 with 9 minutes left.
The game just started.
One of those kind of guys.
Yeah.
But it was Kohal, so you probably...
Oh.
As a player, you know, I always go to the net. Like,
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do.
You'll always find me in front of the net.
And that from Gavin Kirk.
He was just, like, cross-checking me in the back, and, like, he got me in the back of the head a few times, and, you know, I tried to keep my cool, but, like, you can only take so much before...
You lasted a while.
Yeah.
Because I know, I mean, you had 2 or 3 shots to the back of your head. And, I mean, if I get one, I'm done.
And... me and him got out on the ice again. I'm like, all right, he's done. Like, I'm not going to say exactly what I said in my head, but it was along the lines of, if this guy does it one more time, we're going. So
Call EMT.
He's in front of our net, and I somehow got sucked down low, and I'm pushing him out. He's pushing me back, and we're talking, and we get to our zone, and I'm in front of the net, and he starts, you know, giving me the cross checks in the back, and finally hits me, and I turn around, and I put my stick behind the guy's head, and I just started yanking down like I was gonna break the kid's neck. And his defenseman steps in. I'm giving him...
He wanted some, too.
Yeah, I got both guys. Their goalie comes in, starts hitting me with a blocker, and I said, you want some, too? You can get some.
Yeah.
So the play's at the other end of the ice.
I know. I was going around the net because I was going to because they shot it down or something. I don't remember. And I had the puck, and I was going to go around, and we were going to do our breakout and come down. And as I got behind the net, I heard the whistle, and I go... I have the puck. I got 4 of my guys with me, or I have 3 of my guys. I have my wingers and my I have a winger and my 2 defense. Yeah. I didn't know where you were. I thought you changed.
No, I was.
And I hear the whistle. I look back. I go, all my guys are with me. I have the puck. I look back. I see you and 2 guys and their goalie, and I go, wow, Jake. Look at the scoreboard. 7 minutes left in the first period. I I didn't really want to dance today because, we're up at Lawson. They just won the championship. They're a D1 school, and I don't know, maybe someone's watching me.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there, and I thought about it. That's why it took so long to get down there. I thought about it. I go, let's dance.
Yeah.
So I went down. I grabbed both their defense. You had two of their guys, too. We both grabbed them. I think one of our guys grabbed the goalies, or their wingers grabbed the goalie off of us. And I said, the Iwaniuk boys are here. Who wants some? And we just talked so much during that.
I can't even think of a kid friendly way to put what I was saying.
I heard you talking.
There's just so many F words and yeah.
Anything you think we said, we probably said.
Even to the penalty box, I was still talking to the guy. I said, "You better keep your head up because I'm there.
I'm coming.
I'm coming. You're done."
And then Dad got yelled at.
Oh yeah. And on the way to the penalty box, I hear, "Atta boy, Jake, woo!" I'm like, "That's right. I'm getting McDonald's after the game.
I'm getting McDonald's
Oh
after."
yeah.
And the lady said to our dad, he goes, she goes, it's not right to encourage kids for fighting. And he goes, "Lady, this is high school hockey."
Yeah.
And it's high school hockey. This isn't mini mites. This isn't squirt anymore.
Yeah.
We're gonna fight. And
you know me, I hate Koha. I've always hated Koha.
I hate Koha too.
And at the beginning of the season when I got my concussion, that's the team
from
that it was
Koha,
against.
yeah.
So I was already
You were out
fired
for
up.
3 weeks, I
There
think.
was already blood.
Yeah, there was already blood.
Yeah, he knew I was all fired up for the game.
I think it really comes from we're both Michigan teams, and it comes down to who's the better Michigan team.
Well, they're those are the guys that aren't even good enough to make their high school JV team.
Right, no.
So,
It's all the leftovers.
yeah.
No,
But-
what'd you think about mine?
Oh,
Were you weren't on the ice, were you?
no, I was on the bench, but
Because if he was, he would have been there.
oh yeah, but you turned around and swung at the guy. I'm like, all right, well, he's gone for the first game of the playoffs because we had playoffs the next week, and I'm like, well, there goes our captain, and they sent you out. I'm still on my feet because the Kachuk brothers fights just happened the night before,
Yeah.
so I'm like, dude, we're literally the Kachuk brothers now, and we got back to the locker room. And you were like, "I didn't throw any punches, did I?" I was like, "Dude, you threw 4."
Yeah, I didn't think I swung. I knew I grabbed his back of his jersey and put it over his head, and I was just jabbing him.
You threw some punches.
If he had a visor, I would have thrown the gloves off too.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel like punching a cage barehanded. It would not have felt good.
Those ones always hurt.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that. He didn't, and he started it too, but he had nothing.
I feel like if I hadn't gotten that fight, the game wouldn't have been as chippy as it was.
No,
because that was the first big incident of the game, and it just
should I have fought?
all went down from there.
Should I have fought? No, shouldn't have.
And you got to stick up for
And
yourself.
then Dad couldn't cheer for me because he was laughing
Yeah.
so hard at that lady.
I remember I got out of the locker room after the game, and I had the biggest smile on my face walking out, and my mom was like, "We need to go. The parents are not happy with us." I'm like, "Well."
You get in a fight, the first Iwaniuk brother, and then that lady starts talking, and then I come in with a C on my chest and just start throwing punches.
And I bet they knew we were related because Iwaniuk sticks out like a sore thumb out there, so they definitely knew.
They knew
the Iwaniuk brothers were out.
Yeah,
and then we had that fight against Central Indiana the next weekend.
Yep, with Victor. You instigated that one too.
Yeah.
I now win all the games, so thanks to throw it down.
He
It was
instigated
the very
every
end of the
fight this
game.
year.
We were we lost 6-0.
Yeah,
first game
playoffs.
of the playoffs.
I wish Victor would, because I don't know.
I got sent to the penalty. The game was over, and they sent me to the penalty box after I cross-checked the guy.
Then it was a 3-2 loss to Valpo to end it. And I feel like if we had Victor, we would have had a chance.
Yeah.
Because it would have been so nice to come back after a season like that and just knock out a team.
I don't know what it is with Valpo, but
they kind of turned it on. They were on and off so much this year.
They can play good. They can play decent during the season, but playoffs, they're not very good.
No.
And
what do you think about
Valpo.
Valpo?
It's
Valpo.
I'm friends with most of the Valpo kids, but it's Valpo.
He played down in IY too.
Oh.
Yeah, I know I know a few of them. I'm on a spring team with one of them right now.
Yeah. They had the couple good guys.
They had Chalik.
Cam Hordos.
Hordos was good.
Yeah,
Carter.
he's pretty good.
Ian Rowland.
Yep.
Oh, he's pretty. He put me in the bench.
He's going to play AAA now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roland put me in the bench.
Their goalie's pretty good. St. Joe just picked him up.
Really?
Yeah. 20.
Oh yeah.
Adam's got Bryce Burris.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's where.
I don't know what to say about that.
You can have him.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about hockey for 20 minutes.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we'll get on to firefighting. That's
Yeah.
the next thing. What got you into firefighting? 'Cause,
So,
like Dad said on the last podcast, you're the last person I think would go firefighting.
so believe it or not, it was always on my mind to be a firefighter. Like I grew up around the fire department with Dad being a firefighter, Uncle Justin being a firefighter, and like I spent a lot of holidays at the firehouse, and so like growing up, it was either join the military or be a firefighter, and I chose to be a firefighter because I know a ton of people who are firefighters. So that and just playing firefighters in the yard. Like Dad gave me a little toy helmet, and I'd always go down to the basement, do search and rescue in the basement, pulling out teddy bears, and fighting fires in the basement.
And then we had that float that one time.
Oh, yeah.
From when you guys were all in the
When
Niles.
my mom was the chairman, we brought home the Niles float that they used that year, and
We made that thing into a tank, an aircraft carrier, a fire truck.
yeah,
That was fun.
we had the PVC pipes we used as the hoses, and we had this.
We had that
Pool stick.
as a
Yeah.
pike pole.
Yeah,
No, I remember that. That was fun. And then we had all Dad's old helmets that we'd wear.
yeah, and like where it really started to begin was my dad started at Iwaniuk, and he'd come home from the trainings, and we'd talk about trainings, and I was like, Dad, I want to start training. Like I want to get into the fire service, and he goes, no, and like let's.
I think Dad, because I talked to Dad when they asked me to do Kaz's class over the
Yeah.
summer. I mean, I turned it down just because, I mean, agriculture is my main thing.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to go to college. I mean, I do want to pursue fire just later.
Yeah.
And I probably, like, you're going to go be on shift. I'll probably just be like an on-call.
I mean, I've already got like.
I mean, you got offered for Detroit, didn't you?
Well, no, I got Niles City said that they'd pick me up when I was 18. Iwaniuk, obviously,
Yeah.
they want me to work shifts. I mean, they're even training me now to work shifts.
Yeah.
Where I really want to go is Detroit. I mean, I shouldn't say this, but I want to fight. I want to go to a place where there's fire.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we just don't have the population here to get
that,
fires.
and there's a lot of like fire prevention
Yeah.
stuff, like public safety and code enforcement. That really takes out the fires.
Yeah.
But yeah, Detroit is where I want to go. Get as much experience, and then come back here and teach people that are younger than me.
So kind of what Dad's doing.
Kind of what Dad's doing.
I feel like New York would be the place to go if you want.
New
ton
York.
of fires.
That's high-rise fires.
New York they get
Rescue 1?
rescue,
Well, okay, what do you like
rescue
more?
2.
Do you like what's your favorite part? Like, because I got into, I mean, you and Dad said, hey, Rowan, come up and do trainings with us. And I just showed up. That's literally all I did is showed
Yeah.
up. And then next thing I know, I got gear.
Yeah.
But I think they really, I mean, I want to do it just because it's fun to go up to the firehouse and hang out and, I mean, learn and give back to the community. But, I mean, I don't know. I think, yeah. And then, I mean, again, that would be something you and I could do together again.
Yeah.
And,
And like Tody said this too, like you can tell like we're natural
Yeah.
firefighters.
I mean, the first training we did was was following a hose line.
Yeah.
And going under a bunch of tables, and I was with Roach. I mean,
my
Roach is
gosh.
a big guy. He's up there,
Yeah.
and I mean, we couldn't see. We had our masks down in front of us, blindfolded like you would in a fire, and first time on air, first time with a pack on, first time with gear on. And I go in through a guillotine, is what they call it, and they have wires and stuff. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I get through just fine. I mean, I'm a skinny guy. I can mingle my way through. And I sounded the floor in front of me, and I hear Tony. I said, Tony looked at Dad, and he goes, where the hell did he learn that? I said, I don't know. I saw other people doing it.
Yeah. Going through the fire class that I just went through, like, it just comes naturally to me.
Yeah.
And, like, I can tell it comes naturally to you.
Yeah.
Like, it's in our blood.
Yeah. It's fun. I like it.
It's the greatest job in the world.
As Dad said in the last podcast, if you like what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else we got? This is like my thing. You know, I can talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Went over. I don't have any. I got the fire book that we found at the station when we were cleaning it out.
Oh, dude, there was so much. Did you go up in the attic where we were cleaning out?
No, I didn't.
There was just like boxes and boxes.
I know.
Like, where did we get all of this stuff?
I think a lot of it was reports.
Yeah.
And records.
We found an award that a guy won in the 70s.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, he's dead now. It's like, oh.
Cool. Good for him. We'll talk about hunting.
Hunting. I haven't been in a while.
No. So Dad would take us when we were little all the time. All the time.
Mm-hmm.
We'd sit behind them in the big house and they'd shoot. And we'd sit there and have a good time eating Cheez-Its, our famous cheesy bun.
Oh, yeah.
Cheesy honey Cheez-Its and honey buns, man.
Cheez-Its and honey buns. That's a new one. I'm going to have to try.
Yeah, cheesy buns.
You got to try it. It's
best.
The greatest thing in the world.
It almost reaches beef jerky when you're hunting.
Well, when you're up at 6
o'clock
in the morning
you need
and you're
something
out
to
in
get
the
you
water
going.
tossing decoys all morning.
You need something to get you going.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever been duck hunting. I'm more of a deer kind of guy. Deer or squirrels.
Squirrels are fun.
Squirrels are fun. Have you ever been raccoon hunting?
No, you gotta take me.
Oh, it's so fun. We went with these guys from they were either from Pennsylvania or New York, and they showed up with the guy had a construction helmet with just this huge light. And we're just walking through the woods. It's like an episode of Mountain Monsters. We're just
Don't
yelling.
get me started with that show.
One of the greatest shows of all time.
We're just walking there yelling, he's right there, he's right there.
We play that in the yard too. Because at his house, there's a little side woods, and we were playing. I think it was in the snow. It was right before it snowed, and we were looking for Bigfoot. And Zach and I, our little brother, he was out. Him and I were out in front, and he comes just hauling butt out of I don't even know where you were. He came out of nowhere, and he yelled, "I was a linebacker in high school." And there's this little sapling coming up, and he tackles a whole tree. And I'm sitting there. Zach and I start dying. We were rolling on the ground, and you're sitting there laughing. Oh, man. That was fun. And playing Army in the yard.
Yeah, Army's always a great time.
In the snow, too, because we could go back there. We wouldn't get poison ivy or nothing.
Yeah. We had that.
We do the same thing every time.
Let's kill these Russians.
It was everything. We had a whole campaign. So hunting. What's your favorite? I mean, other than the famous cheesy bun, what's one of your favorite hunting moments?
That meltdown we had.
That meltdown was fun.
That just listening to Paul just freak out, and Dad just Paul, shh, just shh. Oh my gosh, here they come, just shh.
And his duck call or his goose call.
When you try your best, but you don't succeed. That was
fun. And then I think you said it's like an airport out there, and Dad goes, "Yeah, they're landing like O'Hare."
Yeah, and another favorite one is just out there, just sharing stories with the fellas.
Yeah, one of my other favorite ones was Dad was on the phone call with Uncle Justin, and you were sitting on a tree limb eating a Pop-Tart or something.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was a Pop-Tart. And we had a single Drake Mallard land, and I shot. And I look back, and you threw your Pop-Tart, and you're sitting there like, what? What? That was a funny one, too.
For for these hunting stories, I'm always eating something.
Always, every time.
I'm the snack guy.
He's the snack guy. Every time we go hunting, I mean, you haven't gone in a while.
Yeah,
I mean, but you, and then I started, because Zach and I started going out.
Yeah.
And I made him the snack guy. And one time, it was when we had that meltdown in the backyard, Zach and I. We had 200 geese in our face, and
Jeez.
right before that, I said, Zach, you know that pizza that's still in the refrigerator? He goes, oh, yeah. I said, how much you want? I'll give you $5. You go get that pizza right now. So he runs back, comes back. He's got Capri Suns. He's got, like, those Hug Barrels. He's got fruit snacks. He's got Cheez-Its. He's got honey buns. He's got zebra cakes. He's got Nutty Buddies. He's got donuts. I said, Zach, I just wanted the pizza. And then I go, Zach, what took you so long? He hands me this box of pizza, and I take a bite, and it's warm. I said, did you warm this up? He goes, yeah. I go, dude, I don't know what to say.
Well,
I said, you still want your $5? He goes, nah.
Well, I'm sitting in the kitchen. I think I was playing Roblox or something.
And Zach storms in.
Zach storms in, and he's raiding the kitchen. I'm like, what the hell? Like,
what are you doing?
What's going on? And then he starts warming up a whole pizza. I'm like, all right, Zach, like, I know we told you need to gain weight for football, like, but come on, like, this is absurd.
This is absurd.
Like, he's got a whole Walmart bag just full of, like you said, like,
Everything,
snack cakes.
dude.
I'm like,
everything.
I'm like, he took the last zebra cake. Like,
he had popsicles out there, and we were sitting there eating pizza, and I started hearing geese, and I said, Zach, get ready. And they came in, and we shot, and he was happy as can be. And we came back, and I looked in his layout blind, and it just looks like a bear went through a campground. There's wrappers all over the place. I said, Zach, you're picking this up. He did not pick it up. So the next season, that was our last hunt of the season, I was with a bunch of buddies of mine that I play hockey with, and we opened up these layout blinds, and I said, Zach did not pick up his trash, did he? My buddy's pulling out Hug Barrels, Capri Suns, every wrapper. I think the pizza box was still in there. I'm not sure. Good times.
yeah, there's never a dull moment with Zach.
Never. He always finds something. Don't get me wrong. I love the kid.
My favorite memory of Zach is when it was mom and dad were at the store, and we're playing with Hot Wheels, and we're just chucking Hot Wheels.
Oh yes, in the living room.
In the living room, and I wind up and just sail this thing, and it hits him. It comes back, hits him in the lip, and he looks over.
Starts crying.
And mom and dad get home,
And we're like trying to calm him down, and we're freaking out. We're like, oh, what did we just do? We're freaking out. We're trying to like calm him down. I'm getting him water. I'm grabbing the Lucas machine. I'm doing CPR.
calling in mutual aid.
Yeah, I mean, it was. The other funny thing was, every time we play something in the backyard, every time it ends in a fight. No matter what it is. And it's always you two, and I always try and break it up. One of the best ones is we're sitting there, we're playing wiffle ball.
Oh, God. The wiffle ball story.
I don't know what happened or how it got this far. We're playing 3-man wiffle ball. Zach's on all-time offense, so he's always batting. And I don't know what happened, if you struck him out or you struck out, and one thing led to another, and you threw the bat at him. And I was on first base. You threw the bat at him. Zach got mad. He runs in the house. He comes out with a Fortnite Nerf gun. Starts shooting you. Missed every shot. Starts running after him. Or no, you ran after him. Zach threw the gun at you. And then you picked him up and threw him on the ground. And I'm like, still standing at first base. Like, I don't know what to do in this situation. That was a funny one.
It was
too.
a close game.
It was a close game.
I threw a pitch, and he was like, "It was a ball." I was like, "Dude, it's right down the pipe. Like, you got to swing at that."
Swing
and
it was
he was
strike
like,
3.
"No, it was a ball." I'm like, "All right, like, you know me, I don't take crap from nobody."
It got heated every time we played something. Football, whether it was hockey in the driveway, whether it was army, whether it was firefighting in the backyard, whether it was video games. That one time I hit you because we were playing Madden, and he intercepted the ball like 4 times in a row. I don't know if you were on all Madden or what, and I was on rookie or something. You intercepted the ball for the third time, and I was done. Now, I never, really get mad at video games. I mean, you do. You broken a couple controllers.
Broken a TV.
Broken a TV.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I did, but I lost it, and I threw this controller down. I hit him, and then he ran upstairs pissed off. I laid down on my bed, and I started crying because I felt bad. It's like I just hit my brother over Madden, and he comes back down. You had something. You went and got in water or something. And I said, Jake, I'm sorry. And he goes, it's all right. I'm like, all right.
Well, dude, you were playing as the Bears. I was the Chiefs. I'm like, what is this guy doing? Like,
I had to support the Bears.
Mitchell Trubisky was your quarterback. What did you think was going to happen?
I didn't know. I didn't know. Really didn't know. Couldn't tell you. All right. Well, 35-minute podcast.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. So this will be on Spotify. So go up, and YouTube. It should be. So go check out the YouTube channel, Niles High School Media Productions. Go check out the Spotify, the Viking Huddle. This is probably one of our final ones. So Trenton and I might make another one, but we've been trying to get you on the podcast all year.
Yeah.
And finally you.
Well,
had
we were
time.
going to, but I had to do something for my 7th hour.
Yeah, and then he had firefighting, but you're done with firefighting, so this opened up.
Yeah.
You just showed up.
He
didn't talk much, but he's here. That's all that matters. So, again, thank you to our sponsors, Horizon Realty Group and Kyle Zelmer with the, what did I say, Niles, whatever?
Something about internet.
No, that's Ibid.
The Fields. Something about the
that's
Fields.
Ibid, too. Kyle Zelmer, he's the school board principal. There it is.
Gotcha.
Sorry, guys. And then also Ibid Electric. Thank you guys for your sponsorships. It means a lot. Again, we couldn't have any of this without you guys. So thank you for our sponsors. Jake, thanks for being on the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Hope you had a good time.
It was a great time.
Great time. Hopefully you'll be running this next year.
Hopefully.
Keegs?
It was just fun listening to your guys' childhood stories and just getting a little piece of it.
A little piece of it. We have, him and I got train conditioning together.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just talk about hockey the whole time.
I took that last year.
Yeah.
With Dane.
2 Mile Tuesdays.
Oh my gosh.
Those are brutal.
suck.
Those are
He
brutal.
had leg day the next day.
Brutal.
Yeah, that was never fun. 2 Mile Tuesday, and then you got squat.
Yeah. No.
Or squat on Monday.
Yeah.
And then deadlift? No.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll catch you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, Rowan Iwaniuk out. And as always, get ready with me, boys. Go Vikes.
Go Vikes.
You're supposed to say it too, Keith.
Go Vikes.
There we go.
Ready, break.